This time around, we are going to be deliberating on the Super Eagles game that is coming up very soon, but it's not a proper preview. You understand?
Yeah.
We just want to look into it, whether if there's a probability of us going to the World Cup 2026, because now stage by stage, we have to win Gabon. After winning Gabon, we play with whoever win between Cameroon and I forgot this or that country. So when we win that one, we'll still go and play international playoff. More the road
is long.
Still long. Still far. But looking at everything that is going on right now when it comes to the Nigerian football stuff, you understand? Do you still see Nigeria as a footballing nation? Looking at going through all the saga, the NFF drama and everything, do you see Nigeria to be a football? Do you still see us as to be a footballing nation?
Beautiful question. Okay, before I answer that question, I just want to clear something that we as fans, as Nigerians, we do a lot. You know, we are very fast in pointing fingers at the Super Eagles players. And probably the coach. And we forget that for a country, it's different from
not
a
only
club.
for the Super Eagles. Other
both the under 17 team, under 20 team. If you look at Nigeria today, for example, look at our under 20. This is a trophy that normally in the previous years that this tournament has gone on, Nigeria is always winning. We're always advancing. Either we get to semi-final or final. But this year, we were eliminated by Argentina in the round of 16. I will not say that is too bad. But coming down to the under 17 World Cup qualifiers, a trophy that Nigeria has won more than any country. Go and check it in history. The under 17. This year, we could not even qualify for the group stage. We could not qualify.
That means we are losing that taste.
We are losing the day. And no, people, that's why I said people will always be quick to point fingers at the players. And they forget that when there is no good structure within the people up there, the people organizing this football, it will affect everybody. And then we begin to point. See, the truth is sometimes don't blame players who say they don't want to play for your country. Let us be honest with ourselves. If you are a man, at an average man in this country, probably you are privileged. No, let me not use the word privileged because now all the countries are still the same country. If you are in US or maybe you are in America or you are in England, for example, and you are opportunity to give back to your child there, and your child becomes a footballer and grows up, and they ask you if your child wants to play, if it's your child should play for Nigeria or play for England, as an average man, which country would you pick?
Let them answer. Let them answer.
Which country would you pick? As long as that player is promising, like for example, let me use the like of Bukayo Saka, for example. He was eligible to play for Nigeria.
Yes, I'm called Nigeria boy.
Very called Nigeria boy. But then he had to play for England because he was needed. He was hot then, and England were going to use him. And I don't want to believe that Saka has ever regretted his decision to play for England. He will never. Because even till tomorrow, when his career is over, people will still remember him in England colours. They will still remember him. The same thing with Eberechi Eze. So, as a man, when you look at this structure, when you look at how things have been, the NFF or the political issues that are going on in Nigeria, you would want to just say, okay, let my son Kukuma just play for a country where he will be valued, a country where things are working very well. So let us be honest with ourselves. Nigeria cannot be said to be right now a footballing nation. Our football now, even coming down to our league, the Nigerian league, structures are bad, no infrastructure. Sometimes players have been owed salaries. Sometimes police in Nigerian league in 2025, we are still experiencing such a thing. How do we grow as a nation in terms of football? Because this is what unites everybody together.
Yes, football.
Football. So, to me, Nigeria has lost it. Nigeria has lost it, to be honest with you.
So we can't put them on that. There's one thing when you mention football in Africa, you mention Nigeria number one when it comes to football.
Well, the truth is that if there is one thing I know, Nigeria will keep producing great players. The last 2 African player of the year awards has come to Nigeria in the person of Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman. That is one thing that I believe Nigeria is blessed for. We always produce one of the best players. And even if, like the last AFCON, we got to the finals. Despite all of these things I'm just talking about, we still got to the finals. But imagine how far we can also go
when the sector is
everything is organized. Look at Morocco in the last World Cup. Look at how far they were able to go.
And they are still building. They are putting up their sporting.
It is because of Morocco. That is why you see the number of slots they gave Africa to go to the World Cup this next year. It increased because of Morocco. Because of where Morocco finished in the last World Cup, it increased. You don't know. That is how we're supposed to carry ourselves as the pride of the continent of Africa. Like I said, things can be much more better if these things are being ironed out. I don't want to go into details. We are having a currently there's an issue right now. Stadiums that were supposed to be built. I don't want to go into it, but it is very, very bad. It is very, very bad. How do we maximize talents? How do we maximize grassroots talent from this country? And you tell me somebody decides not to play for Nigeria and wants to play for maybe Germany or England or US, and then you are hating on him. Because at the end of the day, even these ones who don't play for you now,
we are still hating them.
How many of them people they give respect? We had a legend match recently. Nigerian legends versus Barcelona legends.
It was content
creators. Now they was packed full for there. And I asked myself, you see that we did not have footballers. We don't get players who will play for Nigerian national team. Maybe from 2005 or 2006, 7, 8, 9. There are plenty then day. But we prefer to bring people that their face, no shades. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But we prefer to bring people that, their face don't show for internet. Make they attract crowd. Which is very, very much unfair. It's very, very much unfair. Look at the NFF. Look at people that are not without any capacity are leading in the NFF. What happened to our legends that knows this thing, that knows what football should be like? What happened to them taking charge?
Cameroon is today excelling a little bit in the football something. It's because of they have people like Samuel Eto'o leading the lines in their football team.
Come on. Ivory Coast, DJ Drogba. If you
go to Senegal, and Senegal, they have somebody there leading the lines for them.
Now, tell me, can you bring out one Nigerian legend that is, part of the world football? Let's say maybe one of the governing for one of the world football, this thing. The only person I'm just observing is probably Mikel Obi. And Mikel Obi is just doing his own personal content.
Yes.
He's just his own personal content. But you see DJ Drogba, you see him, this year, he's the master of ceremony, let me put it that way, or he's the host for Ballon d'Or. Samuel Eto'o is also involved in so many what football matters. How many of our legends can you pinpoint and say, okay, this one is from Nigeria. This one is also part of world football. It's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
So for now, we should drop the pride of saying we are footballing nation.
If it's in two ways. If you ask me if Nigeria is a footballing nation based on the passion and love for the sport, come on, we Nigerians, we love football so much.
Yeah, normal.
We love football so much.
You can't take it away from us. We love football.
If you walk out, go like 3 streets without seeing people playing football.
Yeah.
Without seeing people watching football, without seeing people talking about football. Of course, I'm a Nigerian. I'm talking about the reason why I'm here is because I have passion for football. So that one is there. Nigerians, the culture is there. We love football. But in terms of harnessing this love and passion into something that is mega, global, our leaders and the specified authorities that they have not done very well so far. They have not been doing well. I gave us instances, I give examples. So many trophies that we were winning easily. Under 17 World Cups. This one self, we not even qualify. We not even qualify. That is how bad it is. But better days ahead. Better days ahead for us.
Mm-hmm. All right. Pushing further, the Gabon versus Nigeria. Will there be lights at the end of the tunnel? Hope still there. Because another hope.
Like you said, the journey is still far. You going to say you want to play Gabon. I keep saying it. Well, what you should have done before in the previous 3 or 4 games you played, now you want to carry that same spirit to come and do it now in a very harsh time. It just feel like the talk when they talk say that time we something they had and that time we want serious. The time we go there easy for us to do, we no go focus on Anduamo. When you want they hard, we want to sit up. And which is very, very bad. But it don't happen. Do Nigeria have hope? Yes, I think we have hope. I think the boys are hungry. I think the boys are hungry to play in the World Cup. But it's not going to be an easy one for them because Gabon, they were also hot. I think there's a game I watched from Gabon where Aubameyang scored some good amount of goals. I think it's in form for them. So that kind of game will not be easy. Even if you conquer Gabon, and you say you want to play Cameroon or I've forgotten the other people they are playing anyways. Those people are still tough oppositions. Then you finish and you go to continental stage with this same wahala where they happen around the team. But we just have to believe, just have to have hunger. If the boys can play football with that same hunger they used to play against Benin Republic, I believe that we're going to get to the World Cup.
And do you see the Nigerian football community being better tomorrow in the future, like the NFF?
That's like asking me if Nigeria will be better tomorrow. It asking me if Nigeria will be better all round because if the main people, the main leaders, I'm talking about political leaders, if it doesn't get better, NFF cannot get better. That is how I see it. Because when leadership from the country, normal political leader, they are being set right, they are doing things well, it's going to affect also the NFF. But if they don't do things well, it won't affect the NFF. Because even the person that is there right now was sponsored or by a government official and they have an interest. It's an interest. So we need to get, first of all, you need to get the right people that know what, starting from the sports ministry, the Ministry of Sports. We need to get people that know what is what.
What it takes to be in that
place.
And what it takes to move our football to the next level. Because I'm surprised that Cameroon hosts Nations Cup. Has Nigeria ever hosted the Nations Cup before?
Why don't we have a standard stadium in every state in Nigeria? Even if it's one.
We see.
In every state in Nigeria, there's supposed to be one standard stadium that is, let's say as Uyo now is one of the most, in fact, is the best stadium in Nigeria currently.
Yes.
Uyo Stadium.
The
finest stadium in Nigeria currently. And God so kind, I like the way they are maintaining the stadium, even though I will not really give it a 10/10. But I like the way they are maintaining that stadium, and that's the reason why they are using it. Abuja Stadium is there. Lagos Stadium is there. But they keep using Uyo because at least
you show this level of give us that international
So
vibe.
the question is, Nigeria hosting tournaments is, apart from insecurity, but this prerequisite, which is stadiums, good stadiums with good dressing rooms, with good training ground facilities.
We don't have any good training ground facilities in Nigeria.
This is not small thing.
That is what I'm
saying. Because they're speaking too much English, chef.
Well, you can get involved in this conversation at the comment section. We say we could just talk about our own as it was today. Thank you very much. We'll be back for the next one.